They say there's nothing more delightful than the sound of children laughing. But it's the middle of the night, and I don't have children. Anyway, I got some horror movies. As I said at the beginning, I have got some new horror movies to talk about. This is my monthly unboxing video of everything that I have received this April of 2025 from the HorrorPack people. In case you don't know, HorrorPack is a monthly horror movie subscription service. Every month they send us one of these wonderful boxes that contains 4 horror Blu-rays. I don't know what's in it. Y'all don't know what's in it unless you happen to be subscribed and opened yours up before I got to this. Anyway, it's a mystery. I don't know what these are, but one of the things I like to do is to, as I'm doing right now, open them up live to camera and discover at the same moment as y'all do what wonderful things they've sent us. If you happen to be interested in any of these films, and if you're not a HorrorPack subscriber, I've got purchase links down in the What's It for whatever these films are, at least as many of them as I'm able to find for sale on the market. So check that out. That supports some filmmakers, builds your media library, and supports my work all at the same time. Speaking of supporting my work, do be sure to thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe and ring my bell, share with a friend, all those kinds of things. Leave me comments, yada, yada, yada. We're not here for me to advertise myself. We are here to dive in and see what the HorrorPack people have sent this April of 2025. So let's dive right in and see what we got. And the first one to come out is a film entitled Coming Home in the Dark. I don't know exactly what this is. It's not a film I'm familiar with. It looks from the cover art like perhaps some sort of an apocalyptic story. I don't know whether that's the case, so let's read the description and see what it's really all about. There is a logo on it that says it was a Sundance Film Festival selection, so presumably some fairly powerful people in the film festival world have enjoyed this one. And the description says, a family's outing descends into terror when teacher Alan Hoganroad, his wife Jill, and stepsons Micah and Jordan explore an isolated coastline. An unexpected meeting with a pair of drifters, the enigmatic psychopath Mandrake and his accomplice Tubbs, thrusts the family into a nightmare after the duo kidnaps them and embarks on a road trip to hell. So it's not a supernatural. It is not, in fact, apocalyptic, as I thought from the cover art, but it's a still somewhat isolated and remote people who are not in connection with the rest of society, who end up running into some people that they oughtn't. And I think we can predict how horribly that could go and how quickly it can go so horribly. It's not a terribly original storyline. We have seen families held at gunpoint or abducted or held hostage or otherwise oppressed by criminals in horror and thrillers many times before. It's a well-known type of a horror story, but it tends to be a very effective one as long as it's well told. And the fact that it was a Sundance selection means at least somebody thought it was well told. So I am optimistic about this one. I don't really know a whole lot about it. I haven't heard much good or bad. I've not seen it myself, but it sounds right up my alley. I like supernatural horror too, but I do like the sort of realistic horror from time to time. That's what this one sounds like. And I am looking forward to giving it a try. Next, we have a film entitled Stitches. This is one I've seen. This stars Ross Noble as a clown. Actually, let me just read the description. They can probably describe it a little bit better than I can, and then I can tell you some stuff about it. The description says, years after their prank on young Tommy's birthday left hired clown Stitches dead on the kitchen floor, Tommy's childhood friends gather to plan one last birthday party to end all parties. But they didn't count on the degenerate jester returning from the grave to seek vengeance on the teens who caused his untimely end. Now, Tommy and his friends are on the run from an undead jokester who's ready to use every trick in the book to exact his revenge. Director Connor McMahon delivers a delirious slasher with Stitches, the hilariously twisted and blood-soaked tale of one very bad clown. That's a pretty fair description. Some kids pull a prank during a birthday party, it gets out of control, the clown that they've hired to perform at the party gets killed in a fairly gruesome way. I won't spoil it, even though that's right at the beginning of the film. And then, years later, undead clown returns from the grave to seek revenge. And it is a clown slasher movie, but this is more of a horror comedy than a straight horror movie. It's got some great gore in it. It's got some great horror comedy. It's got some great slapstick comedy. It's been a while since I've seen it. I don't know whether it bears rewatching, particularly because I've only seen it the once. But I remember it quite fondly, and I didn't actually have a copy. I found it somewhere on one of the streaming services, and I'm glad to have a copy now because I've been wanting to rewatch this one because I did enjoy it so much the first time. So I can give the thumbs up for now, and I will give a more detailed review once I've rewatched it. By the way, I do review all of these movies. I haven't seen some of them I have, so I can't really review in detail now, but subscribe and stay tuned and come back for a future video when I will actually review all of the movies that I'm getting here. Anyway, after I rewatch this, I'll include it in my review, but it was one that I did enjoy and I'm quite pleased to add to my collection. Next, we have, oh, what's this? We have one that's not in a case, and this is a disc only of the Bad Dreams Nightmares Film Festival 2024, which came with the package and everything a month or two ago. So I'm not sure why we have been given this extra inclusion. It's a mystery to me. Maybe there's some extra bonus features or something. I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know down in the comments. But anyway, extra copy of that one. I do like those, and I've talked about it. In fact, when I opened up that other package, I think it came in maybe the February or maybe the March package, one of the two. Anyway, let's move on to the next that I can actually figure out why it was included, and the next one that isn't just a loose disc. And that is a film entitled Let Us Pray. And we have a tagline that says, "Darkness will rise." We have one of these red horror covers that always seem to... I don't know what it is about red with black figures that stands out and catches the eye and makes it look horrifying and creepy. I guess it's because black is dark and because red is the color of blood, but these always do stand out. Anyway, the description says, on her first night at a backwater precinct, rookie cop Rachel finds herself surrounded by violent officers and criminals. Her job becomes all the more terrifying when a mysterious man is brought in and strange things begin occurring. Soon it becomes clear that the stranger has something to do with the supernatural events, and Rachel must fight for her life against cop and crook alike as they turn on each other and themselves. Now she has to survive the night and uncover the stranger's true plans before she too falls prey to the unholy power that seeks to destroy them all. I do like the sound of this one. I like a horror movie that starts off with a sort of police procedural type of a story, or at least maybe not a procedural, but at least a police type of a story. And here we have this rookie cop in what sounds like not the best of police departments and in an already fraught situation. And then we introduce a supernatural horror over the top of that. Right up my alley. I'm not sure exactly what sort of a supernatural threat we're dealing with here. I'm not sure if it's meant to be a demon or the devil or somebody possessed by a devil or a warlock or I don't know exactly what the supernatural evil is, but whatever it is, it sounds intriguing. This is not a film that I've seen, but it's another one that I'm quite keen to see, and I'm happy to have received it. And next and last, we have what must be the HorrorPack exclusive. There's always a HorrorPack exclusive Blu-ray of some sort. And this one... I'll explain why I'm laughing. This is a film entitled Late Checkout, and it's exclusive number 107. The reason I was laughing when I pulled this one out is because this is one that I actually threw some money at, and I'm listed as an associate producer of this film. I did not know it was going to be in the HorrorPack, but as you might guess based on what I just said, I've seen this one. So I do already have a copy. It's not this edition, because this is a HorrorPack edition, and I'm going to be interested to compare and to see what special features this one has compared to the one that I already have in my collection. So that'll be something that I'll discuss when I review these. Let me go ahead and read the description for you here. It says, when a group of friends return to their hometown to rent a cabin for a weekend getaway... You already know where this is headed, do you not? To rent a cabin for a weekend getaway, everything seems wonderful until the sun sets. Little do they know, a string of brutal killings are happening nearby, and somewhere, lurking in the darkness, is a masked madman watching their every move. One thing is certain, some of these guests might not check out at all. Featuring an all-star cast including a bunch of people. I'm not going to list everybody, because I tend not to list all of the cast and crew just because these videos would be an hour long. But there are some impressive people in this movie. And it would not necessarily be appropriate for me to say too much about it. It's not my film. I didn't write it. I'm not the director. I'm not in it. So I guess I can say a little bit because it's really not my own work, but my name is on it. If you look at my IMDb page, this is one of the films you'll see. So it would be inappropriate for me to really review it. But I will say, if you're looking for a classic style slasher, which is not trying to totally reinvent the genre, it's just trying to be what it is, which is to be a good, fun slasher. This is that. I did like it. It is a good, fun slasher movie. Nothing more and nothing less, and that's exactly what I wanted, and if that's what you want, this will be one that you'll enjoy. But once again, this is not the review video. I will make the review video and talk about all of these. I'll talk about this one a little bit less because it's awkward reviewing something that my name is on, but I'll talk about it a little bit more after I rewatch it again and compare this version and compare the special features and all of that. So stay tuned for that, but that brings us to the end of yet another video and yet another month of these HorrorPack movies. The time she flies. I do not know where 2025 is going. It's really getting away from me, but some good things are happening. I'm enjoying some movies. I got some great books. I'm doing some interesting things here on this channel, so again, make sure you stay tuned so you don't miss out on any of that. But now, I don't know what time it is when you're watching this. I'm not even sure what time it'll be when I get this edited and posted, but as I film this, it's well past the witching hour and I'm exhausted, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So do be sure, as always, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all those things. Check down in the What's It where you can find purchase links for any of these. And most importantly of all, as always, take care and stay scared.